the smartphone has become essentially the center of our liturgical life. It is the modern household shrine before which we all bow the moment it speaks, right? It buzzes or lights up, and this is what we do all day long. We bow before it, demonstrating our allegiance. And Paul goes to Athens, right? And Athens is littered with altars, and he looks around and he says, well, I see you're very religious, but Athens has nothing on us, right? It's not just we have one household shrine. We have for every individual in the household a shrine. We are incredibly superstitious. The God of this box, as we might call it, what he promises us is to deliver anything that we want and to deliver it instantaneously. I mean, do you want knowledge? No problem. It's just a few clicks away. Do you want food? It'll be delivered to your doorstep. Do you want clothing? You can have it within the hour. Do you want medication or advice or entertainment or validation or companionship? Anything that you want, it promises you can have, and you can have it right now. Or at least this is the future for which that this device is preparing us. But think of how this liturgy shapes our desires. Think of how it shapes our expectations. More and more we demand instant satisfaction. Next day delivery, that's not fast enough. I want my package delivered immediately by a drone. You respond to my text within an hour, that's too slow. I want an instant reply, which a neural link in my brain would make possible. In fact, we are already so connected to this device. It's not even connected to our brain directly yet. We are still so connected to it that at times we experience phantom vibrations. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? The voice of our God speaks to us even when he is silent, which I think means something terrible, and that is that we have begun to internalize the God of the machine. Now, in response to this, at the very least, we need to mute the effect that modern rituals have upon us. And the way to do that is by intentionally engaging in practices which are theologically robust, ones that will reorient our desires and expectations toward the long-term rewards of the gospel, as opposed to the immediate dead-end promises of the devil. And one of the most powerful ways of doing this, one of the most powerful practices that we can implement, and I've mentioned this once before, but I come back to it because this week I was just absolutely convicted. This is one of the first things that you can do to push back, and that is to implement a family dinner. A regular family dinner. A meal where we all eat the same food at the same time, which requires us to wait on one another until we're all present. And it's a meal which takes time to prepare, and one which lasts for an hour or more. And it can seem overwhelming to pull something like that off because we've all developed ADHD. We can't sit still for 2 seconds. But it's a time of family communion which is a foretaste of the feast of the Lamb. It's a way to participate in the glory that is to come. And it's very effective as a balancing ritual, one which pushes back hard against the hyper-individualized instant gratification of our present culture. One which helps, in other words, to put us in the rhythm of the gospel and not the algorithm of the machine.